Hello, my name is Nicoles and I did my self-improvement book on how to be a vegan. I chose the topic because eating healthier and living a healthier lifestyle is very inspiring to me, and I would love to be able to do that and change my eating habits. Veganism is pretty much the extreme level, I think. I mean, there's vegetarian first off, and then there's vegan, but veganism is very extreme. It's very different from how I eat right now. But the book that I got from Barnes & Noble was Main Street Vegan by Victoria Moran, and it's a very good book. I feel like it's a really great guide to becoming a vegan or a first-time vegan, because she describes how to kind of lean yourself off slowly from your normal eating habits into becoming a vegan, which is very hard. It's harder than most of us think. It's harder than I think. Yeah, not only that, but in this book she gives you a lot of great recipes to cook for yourself if you don't know what to do. Like, oh dang, I don't know, a meal I could cook that's completely vegan. Well, she gives you at least like 10 recipes. She also tells you good brands to use, like good imitation hamburger, like tofu brands, good like some vegans will stop using certain hair products and cosmetics because they're animal tested, and she gives you really good brands to look for in that matter as well. But yep, I hope you enjoy my video. 4 weeks of being a vegan. Let's see if I can do it. Okay, so it's been a week since I started doing the whole vegan thing, and it was pretty hard. I was hungry a lot the whole time. I really didn't eat a lot of snacks like I used to. I usually eat like a Pop-Tart, and now I can't eat that anymore. Like snacking, like just eating salad for dinner, and I've been kind of hungry. It's kind of hard to eat and fill yourself up when you have a job and like you're going to school and you don't have time to cook, because you kind of have to cook and prepare your meals a lot when you're a vegan, because because processed foods are easier to eat because they're pre-made, they're ready to go, you just open the package and eat it. But being a vegan, you kind of have to make it, unless it's like eating fruit and stuff, but you kind of get tired of that after eating it for a while. I made one of the dishes from the book earlier this week. I actually made Grandma's lasagna, totally vegan recipe, and my family kind of enjoyed it. I mean, it's not as appetizing as like real lasagna with cheese and all that good stuff, but it was pretty good. Yeah, the first week was pretty hard. I don't know how people do this more than 1 week, but we'll see what happens. For now, I think I need to improve on just opening my range of what I eat and snacking wise. I also might need to go get vitamin supplements because I kind of feel like lethargic a lot, and I feel like that's a bad thing. Yeah, that definitely shouldn't happen when you're trying to change your eating habits. If it keeps going on, I'm probably going to have to like reconsider and maybe try and do something differently, but we'll see what happens with that. Alright, week number 2. Kind of a iffy week, I should say. Yeah, I broke, and I ended up eating a lot of milk this week. Not so much meat, but animal products for sure. Let's just call week 2 my vegetarian week. I started eating yogurt for breakfast again and cream cheese. Haven't eaten meat, but I had to start eating something with some sort of nutritional value. I mean, vegetables have nutritional value, but something with like fatty acid and fat in it. Something with fat in it, because I felt so lethargic last week. I felt so low on energy. Week 2, my kitchen wasn't stocked the way it should be stocked if you're trying to be vegan. It was not stocked right. I had barely anything to eat. I begged my mom to go shopping. I begged her to take me to Sprouts, but that did not happen. So yeah, I broke this week. In the book it says you really shouldn't jump right into it like I did last week. I just started Sunday, day one, just totally dropped everything, stopped eating meat, stopped eating animal products for a whole week, just dropped it, and that's not the way you're supposed to transition, I guess. You're supposed to flow into it more easily. You drop one thing at a time. Maybe you drop like red meat first, and then you drop chicken and fish, and then you drop meat completely, and then you start dropping eggs and milk, and then whatever your path is. But I definitely chose the wrong path because it failed, and I'm gonna have to try that again. Yeah, hopefully maybe next week will be a little bit better. I'm hoping. I've learned that if you're a vegan, you need to be in the right environment to do that, because if you're in an environment where you have nothing to eat, literally, and you have to eat something like milk, you have to have a glass of milk, there's nothing else, then you're going to have to do it. Can't help it if there's nothing there. And it's really hard to go out to a restaurant and find something to eat too, which I've had a lot of trouble with, but yeah, I'll talk about that next time. Alright, well, week 3 rolled around pretty quickly. This week was a little bit better. We ended up going to Sprouts and going shopping, so I got all my vegan goodies. I kind of had a little system going this week where I would pick maybe one meal a day to eat completely and totally vegan, and then the other 2 I would just eat regularly like I normally would, but more towards the vegetarian side, not too... I haven't had like a lot of meat, but I have had meat. I think this system might help me gradually go into being a vegan a little bit easier and quicker and less painless than last times. So I would pick a meal a day. It could be breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and I would eat that meal totally vegan. Oh my god, in the morning for breakfast I could have like a bowl of oatmeal with the soy milk, what's it called, with silk milk instead, and some peanut butter mixed into it, and like apples and raisins. It's really good for breakfast. Or for dinner, I would have a salad with like tofu in it, or a tofu stir fry, or something around that. And then for lunch, I'm not a big lunch person. I don't eat a huge lunch, so I would have like maybe apples with peanut butter. That's like a good lunch for me. I found this bread that's vegan. It's like by Nature's Owl or whatever. It's not really like bread, it's more of a flatbread, but it's completely vegan, and it's really nice because I haven't had bread. Well, I had bread last week because I kind of just gave up and just dropped the ball, but this week I'm trying a little bit better. I think if I cut out a meal a day to make it completely vegan, it'll be a lot easier to transfer in. So like next week, on week 4, I'm going to try and maybe do 2 meals a day completely vegan and see where that goes, or maybe not. I'm not sure yet. It's still kind of a hassle because if you're living with it, like my family is totally not vegan at all. My dad loves his steak like blood red, and it disgusts me, but it's kind of hard when you live around people like that because they don't adapt to you, and you just sit there and eat your own food that you make, and they make this huge dinner, and you're just sitting there like, yeah, me and my tofu, totally, me and my Boca burger. Yeah. Alright, week 4, last week of this. Well, some people might carry on with their little self-improvement, but as for me, right now in this times, I don't think Nicoles is going to be a vegan. Yeah, I don't think I can do the whole vegan shindig right now because, not to make excuses or anything, but I love food. I'm not the person who could give up sushi or fish. I can give up that red meat stuff, I don't care. But as for my fish and stuff, I can't give up fish. So that's what my conclusion has come to for the 4th week. Following up from last week, the whole switching to a 2-a-day vegan thing, yeah, that did not work because It's really tough. I thought it was going to be a lot easier than it was, because I was a vegetarian a couple years back for like 8 months straight. I don't know how I did it, but I did it. I don't know. I'm not a vegan. It was really hard. I figured out that you gotta be in the right environment, which I definitely am not. You have to be really passionate about, passionate and kind of religious with your eating habits, which as for me, I just eat and eat and eat and eat. I like having my animal products. I like drinking milk. I love eating ice cream. Ice cream is like a whole nother food group for me. I can't give up ice cream, which definitely has animal products in it. Yeah, it's tough. I mean, it's doable, and I feel like I could do it later on, maybe when I mature a little bit more, but as for now, no, not right now. Not in the right environment, not in the right crowd of people. Nobody I know is vegan. You kind of need a supporter. You kind of need somebody to be like, no, like, eat this with me, or like, no, don't eat that. And everybody like tells you you're really weird when you're a vegan. Like, why would you do that? That's so weird. It is weird. It's weird, completely weird, but it's different. Totally different. You're a lot healthier, in my opinion. I mean, I could totally do that maybe late 20s when I'm more mature and I have my own kitchen with my own food in it, unlike my house, which I don't really decide what we get. It's more up to my parents because it's their money and they buy the groceries, whatever. And I'm too lazy to cook for myself. I'm sure a lot of you are just as lazy. I mean, I do make meals for myself, but every day after work, like, I want Mom to make me a meal. So, yep, that's after my 4-week. I can only make 1 full week of being vegan. Alright, conclusion time. A little recap. Vegan, only 1 week. Yeah, no, a little bit embarrassing. Didn't follow through with I didn't follow through with my self-improvement, but that's okay. One day I will be a vegan. I'll make it work. But for now, I'm going to enjoy my animal products. I'm going to eat my ice cream, eat my fish. I'm not a red meat person, never have been, or pork, or chicken. So, strictly fish and shellfish. But, yeah, maybe one day I'll be a vegan. So, I challenge all of you to try and do it. It's pretty hard, but it's a lot healthier, and you will probably lose weight if you're trying to do that. So, there you go.